Hello everyone, here we are with another video about Oscillarys, and in this video I would like to create a sort of like interesting and unique pad keys sort of preset, which is very typical and very cool to do with Oscillarys. So the first thing I want to show, I have an init preset loaded here, as with the other videos. Now I'm using the init Oscillarys faxi. The difference between the absolute init is just completely everything initialized. Init faxi just has, so the delay would have, or the gator would have at least some parameters set so you can just like hear it if you turn it on. So let's take that one again. Init Oscillarys faxi, and if we go to the first layer, like the layer 1, layer A is turned on, layer B and C are turned off. Right now, we have this little sine, just this little sine wave. So the first thing we maybe want to do is we want to go to the, not over here, let's start with the amp envelope. Let's go and set it to something that is, a little bit like a key. And we have two strategies here. We can actually go to our one-shots and select some like piano sound or something of the sort. But let's try to get something more interesting. Maybe let's go to the phenom category for a start. You know what, I really like this alien kin sample. Is it okay if we just simply use the first sample that we find? Let's go with it, and let's turn on the filter. And I would like that with each hit, it takes, or I want to go to the external, it takes the velocity into consideration when affecting the filter cutoff. So I want, we can hear it more if we set some resonance. There we go. Okay, and I do want to open the attack a tiny bit. I heard a little bit of a click over there. Now what we can do is maybe, let's see if it sounds nice on this or not. Maybe we use the pitch envelope to give a little bit of a strike. Cool, so we have that sort of bit of a strike, but this layer in itself, it's not so interesting alone. I mean, maybe it is, I don't know. But let's bring in a second layer and let's see what we can complement this one with. So I don't know, maybe from the organic category or from the Adorin category, or how about we start like this though? Let's copy and paste the envelope. Let's turn layer A off for a minute. So now it's exactly the same. What if we now keep the exact same settings and just completely randomize, and let's see if we hit on a sample that we like and then change the rest of the settings perhaps. Is it okay to again keep the first one? Why not? So that's the first one that we hit on. What if this one decays, doesn't sustain, but takes it a while? Maybe a little bit of pitch modulation on the first layer. Maybe I liked it, but maybe more subtle. Like you barely hear it. All right, so we have this layer coming in and takes a while, but it eventually goes out. Maybe what if we let it, let's see what happens if it's like for a long time. I like this a lot, actually. There's something in the sample here that I kind of don't maybe enjoy so much for this particular, like there's some phasing here because it's like this super saw kind of thing. Keep it, not to keep it. I mean, we can remember, so it's mega sync in the Aderin category, and let's look, maybe there are other sort of mega ones around it. So remember, it was, well, let's turn off layer 1. So it was this one. Yeah, I think I like this one much better for this case. And remember, because we copy pasted the layers, so it also has the filtering. What if we... So what if we... Let's see how this one was. I was thinking to have this one much lower, but what if instead what we do is we go to, so we have this like right here, and we have the velocity affecting it. What if velocity affects it? I'm going all over the place. What if velocity affects it a little bit less? But we also let the randomizer come into play. It's already pretty beautiful. Let's see what we can do with layer 3. I'm thinking how to approach. Let's copy paste layer. You know what? Let's not. Let's go to the modulation. Let's go to the envelope and give it the bell type. So the difference here. So let's look at all 3 at the moment. So what we will have is we'll have one that is decay, similarly to layer 3. But this one is sustaining, but this one is decaying but not sustaining, and this one is decaying but not sustaining, but decay is very long. So that's kind of what we have as far as the... And what if it is a sine wave? Let's see, let's try something. Listen to it without and with. What if it was a little bit more... There's a little bit of a woo. You hear that? So we'll have woo and this one. Maybe this woo can be longer. And maybe not a sine wave, maybe yes a sine. Let's try a few things. So let's first put it 1 octave above. My first instinct is to take it lower first of all, so it doesn't really interfere. Even more. What if we try triangle? And what if we give this third layer, triangle really works here, I gotta say. This little thing, it works. What if we try 2 things? So right. So when we have the triangle, it's not so full of harmonics, right? So filtering is not going to be really, really dramatic, but it is going to kind of affect how, because we have it also an octave on top, it's going to affect how much it feels, how much of that top feeling we get. So if we take the filter, let's say, to a location that is right here, I mean, we do want to end up also all the way open, and we want to end up somewhere over here. And we modulate around that area, more or less. So how about we try that? And again, we're going to do this not sync to the BPM and not re-triggered or anything like that. It's just going to be floating around like that. So, and I'm going to give it the randomizer a little bit. And if we put it all together, maybe now it's a bit soft. Let's take it all the way up so it's interfering and then drag it down until it's not. Nice, I like it. There's a togetherness to everything that's happening here. Yeah, let's bring in some warmth. What if this one has a delay line on it? And one thing maybe it's all fine, but I didn't check is what's the situation with the release. So let's look at all of them again really quickly. So they're all around half a second to a second. Yeah, I want to bring that up a little bit. And let's turn everything back on. Where's the delay though? Oh, it's hiding a little bit. And there you have it. It's really evolving and really interesting, I think. Let me see if, did we also play with the sample start on all three of them? Just let's see. So on this one we didn't actually. And maybe I guess not on this one. On this one we did. On this one it doesn't matter because, I mean, we did. We can actually remove this. It's a triangle. It's always going to be the same triangle. I don't know if we wanted to start on a, yeah, let's turn it off. But here, let's turn it on. So you have this really evolving sort of keys that are meant to be played slowly and stretched out. It's maybe not like really like the super fast piano. I mean, you could. You know what? You could also do that. I mean, we did do this whole thing that is like very long, but because of the nature of the patch, maybe it even sounds good arpeggiated. So let's have some fun with it. And remember, because of the velocity, so this arpeggiator responds to some of these velocities that I drew here, and I randomized them, and the stuff that we have inside kind of responds to velocity, and because the stuff inside responds to a little bit of randomness per note, so every note is different. That's why I said it's like we made something that is actually meant to be played long, right? Because we have this really long decay over here, and that's the beauty here, how it kind of fades. So this is maybe the main use case for the preset, but a really cool secondary use case is obviously what we heard right now. I think it's beautiful, actually. So let's maybe keep the arpeggiator turned on, and if we're in the arpeggiator, then maybe it's actually going to be nice to actually put some replica on it. So let's keep it. So you know what? I want to show you how then this should go down, to be honest, in my opinion. So I'm going to turn the replica delay off. Let's disable for a minute, or bypass the arpeggiator. And we have this this thing that we prepared originally, right? So let's save that this way. And I don't know, supra alien keyed, let's say, right? So we save it this way, and we're going to save another version. Of course, it's not that different. Like the replica is even in there, but we're going to save it, and we're going to call it supra alien keyed arp. You don't have to, but I only want to do that because then I want to have it very clean. I want to now turn on this arp, and with its own dedicated preset, with its own arpeggiator preset, I want to go over here, and I want to do save multi-as. And what did we call it? It was supra alien keyed arp. Well, okay, supra alienated alien, I don't know, come on, lusher, I don't know, I'm just going with it. So let's save. And now we have this entire thing. So if you go to combined, is it going to show it in the user, or do we need to copy it to their Kontakt and its quirks? Yeah, so once you copy it into the, I didn't save it in the correct location. So once you copy it in the correct location, you also have this entire preset with the arpeggiator and with the Oscillarys preset that we prepared. Want to do that for the arpeggiator case? Let's turn on the LFO. Maybe put it in random. You know what? A better idea would be just to use the random. Yeah, because I think that's much better. Let's do it. Yes. Now it's getting out of hand. Maybe we want a version like this. If we want a version like this, then let's do this. Now that escalated rather quickly. Thanks for watching. See you later.